Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Shilpa Joshi and today we will discuss about fraction. I know that you have learned about fraction in your previous classes, but I just want to brush it up for you. If I have to define fraction, fraction is a part of a whole. For example, if I am dividing a circle into 8 equal parts, then each part would be considered as a fraction and I can write it as 1 by 8. Now if I am considering 3 parts out of it, I can write it as 3 by 8 and I can show it like that. I have seen that many times students get confused about numerator and denominator. But denominator is always written on the downside and denominators are always divisor. So you can remember it like that. Numerator and denominator. Denominator, divisor, downside. So this is what fraction. Now we will learn about different types of fraction. First one is decimal fraction. Decimal fractions are those fractions in which denominators are 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 or so on. And we can represent it as 3 by 10, 7 by 100, 8 by 1000 or even I can say 10,000. The next fraction is proper fraction. Proper fractions are those fractions in which numerators are smaller and denominators are greater. For example, 3 by 7, 4 by 11, 2 by 9. See, all these fractions have smaller numerator and greater denominator. The next one is improper fraction. Improper fractions are those fractions in which numerators are greater and denominators are smaller. Like 8 by 3, 7 by 5, 6 by 4. These are all improper fractions because numerators are greater and denominators are smaller. The next fraction is mixed fraction. Mixed fractions has two elements. Actually, it is a sum of two numbers. One is a natural number and second is a fraction number. For example, 4 is to 2 by 7. I can write it as 4 plus 2 by 7 because there are two numbers. 4 is a natural number and 2 by 7 is a fraction number. I can write many more mixed fractions like 3 is to 2 by 5, 6 is to 7 by 11 and so on. The next fraction is equivalent fraction. We can get equivalent fractions by multiplying or dividing the fraction with the same number. I will explain you with an example. Suppose I am having a fraction 2 by 5 and now if I am multiplying 2 by 5 with 2, I have to multiply 2 and 5 both with the same number. So I will multiply 2 with 2 and 5 with 2 and then I will get 4 by 10. So 4 by 10 is an equivalent fraction of 2 by 5. Next, again I can multiply 2 by 5 with another number. For example, if I am multiplying 2 by 5 with 3, I will get 6 by 15. Again 6 by 15 is an equivalent fraction of 2 by 5. if I am having a fraction 125 upon 25, and if I am dividing both the numbers with a common divisor, we can say 5. So I will get 25 upon 5. Again, 25 upon 5 is an equivalent fraction of 125 upon 25. Next, I can again divide 25 upon 5 with a common divisor, and that is again 5. So I will get 5 upon 1. So 5 upon 1 is also an equivalent fraction of 125 upon 25. So in this case we get 3 equivalent fractions. First one is 125 upon 25. Then we get 25 upon 5. And the last one is 5 upon 1. So these are the 3 fractions which we get by dividing a fraction with a same number. The next fraction is like fraction. Like fractions are those fractions in which denominators are same. For example, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7. See, all these fractions have same denominators, so they are called like fraction. Next fraction is exactly opposite of like fraction, and that is unlike fraction. Unlike fractions are those fractions in which denominators are different. It's so easy. 2 by 5, 4 by 9, 7 by 11. You just have to remember one thing, that you have to write different denominators in case of unlike fraction. The last fraction is irreducible fraction. Irreducible fractions, as the name suggests, which cannot be reduced further. For example, if I am taking 2 by 3, now I cannot reduce 2 by 3 into any other fraction because there is no common divisor which can divide 2 and 3 both. So I can say 2 upon 3 is an irreducible fraction. The next example is 4 upon 5. See, again there is no common divisor which can divide 4 and 5 both. So we can say that 4 upon 5 is also an irreducible fraction. Now we will learn how to compare fraction in our next segment. For now I will show you a trick which would be very helpful in your Maths Olympiad exams and mental maths. If you have been asked to compare the fraction, we have to look for two conditions. First one is when denominators are same. For example, 4 by 7, 2 by 7. See, these are two fractions in which denominators are same. So how can we compare? The number with greater numerator is always greater. If numerator is greater, then fraction will be greater. How can we explain it? Suppose I am having a rectangle, and if I divide it into 7 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Again I am having the same rectangle and I am dividing it into again 7 equal parts. But in first case, I am taking 4 parts out of it. So I can represent it like that. This is 4 by 7. And in second case, I am taking 2 parts out of 7. So you can decide which one is greater. Obviously, the fraction with greater numerator is always greater. So 2 by 7 is smaller and 4 by 7 is greater. The next, when numerators are same, I will explain you with an example. Suppose I am saying 5 upon 6 and the next fraction is 5 upon 11. Again take 2 square or rectangle. Suppose I am having 2 rectangle. 2 rectangle of same size. We don't have to change the size of rectangle. But first time we have to divide it into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And in second case we have to divide the rectangle into 11 equal parts. See, in first case I am taking 5 parts out of 6. So I can show it like that. 4 and this one is 5. This is 5 upon 6. And in second case I have divided the rectangle into 11 equal parts and I am taking again 5 parts out of it. So I can show it like that. Now you can decide which fraction is greater. So obviously just by looking at the pictures you can decide 5 upon 6 is greater than 5 upon 11. So what we have concluded, that when numerators are same we have to look for the denominators. The fraction with lesser denominator is always greater, or we can show it like that. If denominator is smaller, fraction will be greater. So we have learned about different types of fractions and how to compare fractions by taking two conditions into consideration. First, when denominators are same, and second, when numerators are same. You don't have to do any kind of calculations. Just by looking at the fractions carefully, you can decide which fraction is greater and which fraction is smaller. If you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will make more informative videos for you. If you are having some queries, you can ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video. Keep learning, keep smiling.